Hello my beautiful friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about heels, how to walk in heels. I think it's one of the most essential elements in your whole outfit and it is overlooked very often. I'm going to break down all the steps and I'm going to talk about technique, I'm going to talk about posture and all the key elements that drive you from inside out so that you can use it as a benefit in your advantage. By the end of this video, you will know everything there is to know for you to walk around in heels and feel like a goddess. The first step is to really understand what does it take to walk in heels and make it look seamless and elegant. As you probably know, when you walk in heels, you use completely different muscles than when you walk in flats. Those muscles are the calves and the upper muscles from your thighs, and they don't really have a lot of practice. So, just like I'm gonna use the analogy to your biceps. If you're trying to lift heavy weights and you can't really do it, well, you need to gradually get there. You need to start small and practice a little bit every day, and then eventually you feel stronger and you can feel that you can lift more and more weight. So the same thing is happening with your legs. I noticed myself when there's a really long period of time when I'm not wearing heels, for example, just boots in winter, when I switch to my pumps, I can definitely tell the difference. So it's just about practice and exercising those muscles. Once you understand that muscles need to be built and it takes time and practice, it makes it very easy for you to focus on. So I suggest you start small. Start with a 1-inch or 2-inch kitten heels and wear them for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. And then once you feel like you're comfortable enough that you don't have to switch around shoes and you can walk for a really longer distance. Step 2 is to wear the proper shoes. Now, what do I mean by that? The shoes you're wearing need to fit, not too big, because then you won't have that support, you won't feel the hug around your leg, your heel might come out and then you're unbalanced and you feel it and then you're a bit insecure and uncomfortable and people can tell everything is showing, right? So then you also don't want the shoes to be too tight because then it's gonna be again uncomfortable, painful, you have blisters, and oh my gosh, that's like walking on eggshells. Nobody wants to walk on eggshells or look like we're walking on eggshells. So focus on the fit, make sure that they are your exact size and they're comfortable. I also recommend using organic materials. Of course, I go back to the leather. It's very important because it's organic. It will mold around your foot and the warmth of your foot will really reshape the inside. So it will fit like a glove every single time. I also want to talk about height for a second because no matter how high you want your heels to look like, some might not look good on you, not as good as you think. Those 4.5-inch shoes you see on a catwalk on those ladies that are like, 5'11", 6 feet tall, beautiful, long, gorgeous legs. But we don't all look like that. And sometimes if the heels are too high, they almost shorten your legs. It doesn't look flattering and it makes you look shorter than you are because the eye can clearly differentiate between where your leg ends and when the heel starts. And this is noticeable more from the back view or side view. Even more so if you're wearing shoes that are not the same color as your skin. For example, when you're wearing black 4-inch heels with studs, you can tell if you look sideways that, this just doesn't look right. It's because the heel is too high. So I recommend you downsize to perhaps 3 inches and see how comfortable you feel that way. Pay attention and see where is your ideal height to make you look favorable. Next, let's talk about posture. It's so important. So, posture in general, just if you're standing, if you're walking, if you're talking with anyone, heels or no heels, you have to just sit straight, lower your back, chest out, and try to maintain it like this as you're walking. Very important, don't look down. When you walk in heels, look straight like a camera right now, and don't focus on your feet, don't focus on the ground, don't focus on your shoes. Keep your chin up and just walk straight. Maintain your chin up if nothing else, and that alone will improve so much on the overall look. Part of posture for me is also your hand movement. Don't be dangling it around like you're racing or jogging. Be mindful of how your hands are hanging down. Perhaps lift them up a little bit in front of you. This step is important because once you're doing all the previous steps, you want to make it look good. And then once you make it look good, you want to make it look effortless. So we're going to talk about that next. To make it look seamless, you need confidence. And how do you get confidence? Well, you're just going to have to fake it till you make it. When I walk, I think about the fact that the entire room is watching me, and the entire room is watching me. One way or another. Maybe not at the exact same time as, if I turn, we don't make eye contact, but there are more eyes on you than you think. Always act and walk put together like somebody is watching, not just anybody, but everybody is watching you. And then you also have to keep this air of mystery. Walk like you know a secret that nobody else knows about. People don't really pay attention how they walk at work, and it's such a shame because there you can really make an impact and you can really shape other people's opinions about you. Let's talk about the technique, about what are the actual movements that we need to make walking in heels look attractive. First thing I would say is to walk in small steps. Be very aware of this because normally in flats, you're okay making bigger steps. In heels, no, that does not look good at all. So small steps, one in front of the other. You put your heel down first and then wait until the entire sole is touching the ground and your hip made a full circle movement before you switch on to the next leg, next step in front of you. Don't do half steps because that looks rushed and it doesn't look elegant. Also, you are cutting your hip swing in half. Next, I'm going to talk about something that I have not seen anyone talk about. Stairs. How do you climb stairs in heels? It's very easy, ladies. You simply put the sole of your shoe on the stairs and heel hanging. Heel never ever goes on the stairs when you're climbing up. When you're going down, yes, I suggest you hold on as well, depending on how high your heels are. But I've seen this so many times when women just, put the entire heel on the stair going up. It is so uncomfortable. It physically cannot happen, okay? Because you're literally like this with your foot and you're trying to, like on your tippy toes, trying to climb on stairs. Not only does it feel uncomfortable for the person wearing the heels, but from the outside, it looks really bad. Now, if you really want to master the look and make it look seamless, try filming yourself. Try having a friend film you so you can practice and you can see some of the things that you might be doing wrong. This is the best way for you to analyze yourself and observe what other people see in you. Another tip about posture is not to lean forward with your neck. And I do that sometimes as well, but I notice this because I'm filming myself, right? So now since I know that, not only that I have to straighten my back and lower my shoulders, chest up, but also pull my neck back a little bit. If you wear heels, you're very tempted to look forward because the heels are pointy, right? And you kind of just look down. And even if you're not going that far out, you kind of still want to. So make sure you don't lean forward, stay as straight as you can and let the legs and heels do the walking for you. Put your foot down, slightly turn it outward, very, very slightly. As you know, I film myself all the time in shorts on a daily basis with my feet. And if I put my foot down and walk towards the camera and I feel like it's just a casual straight walk, the foot is actually bent a little bit inward. So I have to consciously think about straightening it a little bit. So just think a little to the outside. And if you do that movement, by the time it actually hits the floor, it will look straight. It's not even going to look outward. You're just adjusting from inward to straight, not straight to outward. The structure of the shoe is also important. It is elegant to wear thin soles. When you have a thick platform, you don't feel the ground. And it's pretty dangerous. It happened to me several times where I got unbalanced because of that. I didn't feel it. If you're new to my channel, perhaps you want to consider subscribing. And of course, we want to share with a bigger audience. Shout out to Charlie for inspiring me to make this video. He was kind enough to share his journey with wearing heels. Comment down below as usual. I love to read all your thoughts and feedback about the videos, about what you want me to make in the future. If you're more interested in heels, then you want to watch my next video, basic work heels. I'll see you there. Bye.